Hey, I want to continue talking about serving today. And one of the things I said on Sunday, I have to look because I wrote it down. Serving others is not just a temporary act of kindness. It has eternal implications and it reflects our love for Jesus. And I've been thinking about that this week. And sometimes we think, like when we serve, or especially when we serve in the church, like, oh, I'm really helping out this pastor, or I'm going to do my church a favor and serve this week, or I'm going to do this thing. Like I just want to help out because like they just need my help right now. But serving others isn't like, that's not what it is about. When people serve, especially in the church, like we're not doing God a favor by serving him. We're not just helping out in a particular instance. What we're doing is an act when we serve or when we don't serve. What we're doing when we serve is we are demonstrating the heart of God, or we're demonstrating the heart of ourself if we choose not to serve. And there's lots of things here. Like this is such a rabbit hole of conversation that we could have. And the entire point of our message on Sunday and all of the things that we've been talking about, serving is really about our orientation. And I think I've said that every day. I've said it in each of my small groups this week. Serving is really the orientation of our heart, the orientation of our mind, and it is manifested, that orientation is manifested by what we do. So we're either people who serve, and that might be a specific act in a specific time and in a specific place. We're either a people who are oriented towards the good of others as demonstrated by the way we love, honor, and serve people, or we're not. And our orientation, our mindset, our heart, our actions, the manifestations of what we do have an eternal implication. Jesus says this is Matthew 25:40. And the king will say, I tell you the truth, when you did it to the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you were doing it to me. And then at the end of Matthew 25, he says, I tell you the truth, when you refuse to help the least of these, my brothers and sisters, you were refusing to help me. So, excuse me. So this is about the orientation of our hearts. This is about our mindset. Either we are a people who are oriented and motivated towards a life of service to others, or we are oriented and motivated towards a life of service to self. That's what Jesus is getting at here. And that's what it means when we're talking about serving all week long. This is what we are talking about. Not like, oh, checkbox, I served at church. Checkbox, I served my community. Or I serve my community so I don't have to serve in my church. Or I serve in my church so I don't have to serve in my community. Like that, when we get into the weeds on that, what starts to happen is we're doing the thing where we are lording our service over others. And this is the very thing that Jesus warned about in Mark chapter 10. We are called to go and do likewise. We are called to live lives of service. And I know this is confusing. I know we want to categorize things. And I think one of the reasons we want to categorize things is so that we can feel better about what we're doing or what we're not doing. And I want to encourage you that Jesus' desire for you is for you to have a heart of service. And that is going to manifest itself in lots of different ways, in lots of different times. And either you have it or you don't. My hope and my prayer for you is that rather than getting wrapped up in all of the details, that you would examine yourself. You would ask, is my heart and mind and body oriented toward service, or is it not? I love you, praying with you, praying for you as you wrestle through that.